I think good morning, everybody. Saturday morning, June 25th, I think. I'm not even sure what the date is. I have to look here. Hope everybody's having a great day. I hope I'm coming through okay because I'm strictly going off of cellular service. But anyway, you know, I think today is probably one of those days that my favorite subject. Anthony always calls me Money Man because it is about, for me, when I joined this industry, it was strictly about the money. I want to make that very clear. I joined strictly for the financial side. The products here have changed my life. And I think that's something I actually was talking to some other reps and Olivia. I said, if the products don't work, then you don't build a real residual income. And after 9 years here, I can assure you there's products that help everybody. So I don't want to downplay anything about how great the products are. We could spend the next 2 hours talking and just let anybody on here talk about a testimonial for themselves and what they've seen happen. So those that are brand new are just starting to feel that. But let's face it, the most, to me, the freedom that this industry offers is what I'm about. I'll be the first to admit that. The freedom, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it is the residual income is real. And if you ever learn that and ever really, as I work with business people, when they just trading time for money. And I got up this morning and I don't know about Todd or Brent, but it's just a habit. I mean, first thing I do before I ever make my coffee first, and while the coffee's brewing, I hit to see how much auto ships went through, and I can't help it. It's just what I like to do on Saturday mornings. So what does that mean? It means that we're living off of purchase direct to consumer. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Direct to consumer sales, and it allowing me to come to you. I mean, I don't know where everybody's at today. I saw people we had people on the beach. I just bought a boat, so it was hard for me not to come down yesterday. So, guys, I'm sitting on the top of the fly bridge, and the reason I bring that up is because even if I had been back in the blue jean business, guys, Saturday mornings were busy. I couldn't just take off so easy. You could take off, but you were always under that stress of on call. I don't know what else to call it. You're on call, and here it's just so different. So, at any rate, I mean, we're going to talk to you about how the compensation plan works. So many people think our compensation plan is complicated. And actually, I think once you get past team lead bonus, it's a little complicated on that part. And it's not really hard. It's just that it's something different. Once you get past that, without question, the most important thing, it's the number one compensation plan in our industry, meaning it pays out more than anybody else. So no matter how you want to figure it, that's the most important factor of all. Now, learning how it works certainly is. Someone said, what's the best way to learn the comp plan? Well, training is one thing. I'll tell you the other best part. Looking at the commission statement. Once you start receiving commission statements and little things, and by the way, got something funny to tell you, Todd and Brent. Y'all know we just got back from Costa Rica. While I was in Costa Rica, I ran into two ladies that had been at the resort while I'm trying to watch Tennessee baseball lose. I know Todd has to throw that in. I was in there at the bar. Ran into two ladies, both attorneys. I got my first retail. I've been here 9 years. I have never sold anything retail. I sent them both smart links, didn't know how to do it, but I've sent a couple of smart links out. And on my commission statement this week, I had retail profits. I build a business because that's where the real money is. But let's face it, just because of Renew, and all I did was talk HGH for 10 minutes, they both wanted me to send them a link because they were interested. I sent them the video, and from there, so I got two new attorneys, ladies, from the trip. Why? Because I was willing to open my mouth. So this commission will not work for you. We can give you all the ways this commission goes. It don't make any difference how great it is if you don't engage in the process. So with that, I don't know if you want to start with Todd or Brent, but I think we ought to start with, Todd had a couple of announcements I think we had to make, so I'm going to turn it to you.
Yeah, I tell you what, Anthony, go ahead and pull up the PowerPoint that I sent you this morning if you can. And we're going to cover a couple of different things this morning. We're going to cover the very basics of what makes our business model work. We call it a phone-based business, the ability for you to build an income from your house, from your cell phone, literally right here, this phone, into 83 different countries. I was speaking with Brent yesterday, and Brent and Tammy and a number of his team, Erica, have a huge business now moving in South Africa. And Brent, you haven't been there yet. You've built the whole, you and Tammy and Erica have built the whole thing via the internet. And I know you're probably approaching 10,000 distributors now in that part of the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it started with someone staying in Tammy's Airbnb called Erica and Milton, and it's this industry, when you really get it, and Todd and Chris get it at a high level, it's just playing who do you know? Who do you know? And when you got a company that's in as many countries as we're in, and you start connecting and start networking with people and playing who do you know people all over the world.
Yeah, that's right. So what we're getting ready to show you, I'm just going to give you a rundown real quick of what makes the money flow. So we all know that the world is changing before our eyes. That, go back one slide, and I'm going to talk off the phone just for a second, and we're going to show what we move. But if you look out there in the marketplace, things like general nutrition stores that most of us have in our towns or our malls, they filed bankruptcy 2 years ago and are shutting 1,200 stores. Simultaneously, we've just gone through a pandemic, and everybody knows that taking care of our body from a health standpoint is very important, keeping our immune system strong. So just because the storefronts are closing because they're so hard to make money in, doesn't mean we're not going to be buying healthy products. So that, I always say, anytime you want to create real wealth in your life, you need to be on the front edge of a new wave getting ready to take over, whether it be in this country, in our case, around the world. So we're really on the front of two things. We're on the front of an exploding nutrition superfood industry, and we're on the front of being able to sell and build distribution networks around the world via our cell phone. If it's highlighted in blue there, we operate in those countries. I think we're up to 83 officially now. So it's not just in your backyard, it's everywhere. And now then, Anthony, if you go to that next screen, the money we're about to show you, I always like, well, because I know that this morning I was noticing we probably got, I don't know, several dozen brand new people to our company on with us this morning. And before we hop into the pay plan and show you how the money flows, I always like for people to understand what creates the money. NewAge is a really unique company because we actually manufacture and produce some of the highest quality products in the world, but we're not tied to a particular product or industry. We have energy drinks, superfood drinks, skincare. It's very broad-based. And Brent, and Chris, that's one of the things that makes this opportunity so unique, because you're not pigeonholed into anything.
Well, I think go ahead, Brent.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, the great thing about this is when you find your avenue to get people, I call it into the doors of NewAge, whether it is you're dealing with, like Chris, you're dealing with Renew, and you're letting it be the gateway product that gets them into the door. What's beautiful about our company is once a rep gets in the door, once a brand partner gets in the door, we've got all these things in our company that we're doing and more to come. That's why Orlando, Florida is going to be such a big event with the live shopping with that we do on Wednesdays, with the loyalty shopping that we have once a person is on Subscribe and Save. There's flash sales going on. And what it does is it takes a person that gets in the door with a product like Renew, one product, and then it opens them up to the field of products and the tribe of products we've got within our company by all the avenues the company, I don't know if the word, Todd, would be upsell, but basically that's what it is. It's upsell. It's taking a look at all of our product portfolio, and before you know it, Brent Palmer is now ordering all the products of NewAge, putting them in my body.
That is it. I mean, we don't even realize it's like, I think you used the word redirected spending because all of us use certain things on here already.
That's right. Go ahead and flip one more time, Anthony, for us. We're all remote today, so Anthony's remote too, but he's running that. We're all talking remotely with virtual backgrounds, and Anthony's flipping the screen. But for money in the business model to work, Chris was talking about on his boat just now about checking on Saturday mornings, because we get paid here every week based upon the products being bought and sold from the week before. And you're getting ready to see exactly how that works. And Anthony's going to show you exactly how to track it in your back office after we go through and show you this. But for the residual income to be really stable and long-term, you have to have products that make a real difference in people's life. And Chris, I know that your favorite product is our new Renew product, the HGH increaser naturally in the body. It could be Limu, it could be the Noni, whatever it is, but just know that across the board with all products, there is a team of doctors ensuring that it's the best quality, the best source, the best efficacious, putting all the raw ingredients in there from the best sources, so it makes the biggest difference in a person's life. And we have 100 products. Now, I would say after working with it 8 years, that you may find a product that doesn't affect your body, but if you go through 2 or 3 of our products and try them, you're going to find something that changes everything about you, whether it's sleeping better, having more energy, better athleticism, more lean muscle mass, losing weight. It's just everything. And that's what makes the financial opportunity so great. So one more slide, Ant. Okay, so Chris and Brent and I are going to walk you slowly through this, and we'll all kind of add in what we think about it. So when you decide that you want your home-based business model, you want to start distributing these products around the world through your network, whether it be selling one product to one person or you getting a few people started, you're going to see how that works in just a second, and having a team of thousands of people selling these products that you're getting an override commission on. But here's the key thing. When you start, it is only $29.99. And that will get you your free app. It's called the NewAge Share app. If you're new, be sure you go and download that NewAge Share app. Everything will run off of it. If you don't like using a phone, we have newage.com and everything runs there. But when you pay your $29.99, you have a spot in the business model. To activate your business, you need to order at least 200 points of product. It's product of your choice. You can see there that Chris's favorite is 3 boxes of Renew, and it says $325 average for 200 points, but 3 boxes of Renew is only $285. So you can actually start for cheaper than $325, depending on what product mix you want to start with. So that is the beginning point. Brent and Chris.
Well, Todd, I think everybody has their own personal thing. The one thing that I would highlight or say, the reason that I like Renew is obviously the difference it makes in people's lives, but it's also a simple method. The more complicated you make it by sharing too many products to begin with, find your niche. I heard you say that earlier. If you've got a product that you're extremely passionate about, it can be the Limu 5X. You can build around anything you want, but just understand that if you get it complicated by trying to show them I'm not going to be a skincare guy, but that means women can't be. The thing is that you've got to simplify it. And then once they get in the door, we saw Libby on here a minute ago. Libby came in because of Renew, but Libby's already ordered more, and she ain't been in the business for a couple weeks. So they begin to try other things. So just keep it simple and understand 200 volume points opens up the business. You can place an order by $29.95, but you don't activate the commission side until you reach 200 volume points. That's very important.
Todd, I would say this too. There's new people on the call today, and then there's people that's been in the business. You got to ask yourself, this industry, we're talking about money today in a lot of facets. And the key to money in network marketing is through duplication. It's getting one person to open up their contacts and get 4 people involved, and then opening up those 4 people's contacts and getting 16 people involved. So it's not what works for just you. It's what you can duplicate to the masses. And that's something that Chris and Todd see so well is find your niche that you can get the masses to do and understand. And simple's always better. And so that's what I love about this step one. It's just simple. Find a pack that works for you. For Chris, it's the 3 boxes of Renew. That's what works for me. And so that's the gateway product. I know we're going to upsell them and on the loyalty shopping and on the live shopping and on flash sales to extend that person to the other product portfolios in our company.
Yeah, so just to reiterate, if you're brand new, step one, someone's going to pay $29 and order 200 points of product. When they do that, they're going to get 15% off on any orders that they now make in their back office. Now we're going to go to step two. Step two, wait for the slide to pull up here. Step two, if a person wants to be in on the money, we get paid here every Friday on the previous week's business. And what I mean by previous week's business, that's Chris mentioned that he met 2 ladies at a bar at the airport in Costa Rica waiting on his plane back to the United States. He talked to them about a single product, Renew, to raise their HGH levels. If you don't know what HGH is, it's the longevity hormone. It's the fountain of youth. That's a conversation you can have with an 18-year-old or an 80-year-old because everybody wants higher HGH levels, whether it's lean muscle mass or feeling better. So that's all I talked to them about. They both ordered, and Chris made a retail profit. He just sold it. They didn't join the business. They didn't pay $29. They just bought the product. But so whether it be a retail sale like that or building a team of people selling products and getting an override commission, the only thing required for you to be commission eligible every Friday is to add what we call your subscribe and save. In our world, it's sometimes called an auto ship. It's a reoccurring monthly order. It does not have to be the same product. That's the great thing about our company. Chris mentioned it a minute ago, redirected spending. You can switch it out. It bills every 4th Friday. So this is really important when you join. You turn your subscribe and save on the day you join, but it does not bill you. You turn it on and it will bill the 4th Friday from the time you turn it on. So you just look at your calendar, whatever day you sign up, look at the Friday, count 4 Fridays out, and it'll bill every 4th Friday. You'll see Anthony is going to show us after we go through the pay plan in your back office where you can change out your subscribe and save. You can always call Rep Services and do it. But that subscribe and save needs to be 100 points of product. And we're going to be really generic today for all of our new people. So when you go into your shopping cart, next to every product is a point value and a dollar value. It needs to be 100 points or $150 worth of product. Either one will give you a qualified business and you're eligible to earn income. It will also up your discount to 30% off on anything you go and personally order. And it will also qualify you for what we call loyalty shopping, which is a great thing about our company. We have a number of products that sit in loyalty shopping at 45 to 60% off. As a matter of fact, some of our favorite energy drinks, the Burn, the Blue Frog, are always in there. Some of our other things, skincare, sometimes always in there. But then some of our core products that we all really love on the front lines will rotate in there depending on the month. So it's a great way to get a tremendous discount on products that you personally want to consume.
Go to the next slide. I think this is the part that most people get the most confused about. That is, what's the difference in business levels? So then we should really cover this, Todd. When you activate the business, that's 200 volume points. And so obviously there's 3 other levels: business, elite, and ultimate. I think we should go into those. I'll let you. I'm afraid my service is not as good as yours. So why don't you go into the other levels to understand what those 3 levels mean?
Yeah, you can. Here's the great thing about our company. When you join with a 200 point pack and turn your subscribe and save on, you have access to all 9 ways we get paid. But you can increase the amount you're paid and ensure you're paid for life by doing a couple of things. One is to increase what we call your personal sales or signups. If I sign up a brand partner who orders product, that's a sign up. If you read our policy and procedure or the pay plan that will be located in the app, it's called Team Lead Bonus. But what it is that when we sign a new brand partner and they order their initial products, or we sign a customer up with products, if you're an activated 200-point member, you'll be paid 15% of the wholesale cost or the volume points of that product. But if you become ultimate in the company, you move that all the way to 30%. So you basically get paid twice as much on the same transaction for life. You do not have to requalify. Once you're ultimate, you're always there. So you can, on day one, buy 1,500 points of product, or and be ultimate from the first day you join. Or, as a lot of people do, they start with a member position, start understanding the pay plan better, and realize they're leaving money on the table, and you can buy more products or sell more products over that first 28 days and get up to 1,500 volume points of product. And when you get up to 1,500 points, it flips it to 30%. And you can see there's 2 breaking points along the way. 500 points gets you to 20%, 1,000 points gets you to 25, and then that ultimate locks you in at 30% for life. So, the great thing about it is if you are ultimate and you go sign up somebody else that goes ultimate, 30% of 1,500 points is $450 you make on their becoming an ultimate. So basically, if you go ultimate and go find 4 other people who go ultimate, you're going to be almost even on money. So you've got a couple $1,000s worth of products at your house now for free. Great thing. Brent, I know that a lot of your team, I know Kim Gray's really, her and Sonia are tremendous at getting all of their people at the highest pay plan level, because once you get somebody getting the most money in return for their effort, that's where people really activate and go wild. I mean, you get somebody in that makes a $450 paycheck on one person signing up and going ultimate, and all of a sudden that direct deposit hits for $450. Like, wow, this works. So it's a big deal getting there.
Yeah, Todd, and the biggest thing is if somebody's looking and going, hey, I'm just now learning this compensation plan, you need to put a big fair, write the word fair on this slide right here, because it's the fairest way for all amount of people. If you're somebody that can't afford an ultimate, then they're giving you a way to come in at an activate level, and over the course of the next 8 weeks, buy or sell your way to the place that you would ultimately want to be, which is ultimate, to get double the amount of money. Or if you're somebody, or you're prospecting somebody that says, you know what, I've got the funds to do ultimate. Well, then get it right out of the gate. That way it's for life. It's locked in. It never goes away. There's absolutely 0 tripwires to this step right here. And that's what I love. If you're really wanting a fair business, so many times in our industry, there's tripwires throughout the compensation plan that you'll find as you learn it. Here, it's not. This is a great example of that.
It really is. And then from here, we start building a team. So let's flip again, Ant. So when we start building a team, you can go out and as we've shared with Chris's example of selling some Renew to a customer, you can always sell products to a customer. But if you want to get out here and really earn a walkaway income, a residual income, to be able to live life on your own terms, have a true home-based business, and do something special for your family, create financial independence, it's about building a team of salespeople. And this is not unique to network marketing. This is done in every traditional business in the world. The problem with every traditional business in the world is usually those salespeople are capped. They're not able to go out and create millions of dollars on their own. Here, it's up to you. You can build your sales team as big as you want to. You can build your leverage as big as you want to. But it starts with finding 4 people that want to do the same thing that we just went through. Go through these steps. We're going to find 4 people that want to pay $29 and own a phone-based business. We're going to activate their business with a minimum of 200 points of product. They, as Brent just mentioned, they can go ultimate on day one if they want to, meaning they can buy 1,500 points of product or anywhere in between. It does not matter, but 200 points is your minimum threshold. So we find 4 brand partners that pay $29, buy 200 points of product. If you're ultimate and you do that, you'll make 4 times 200 points is 800 points of products, times your 30% is $240 you've made back. But remember, you're paid 30% of everything they order. So if some of those people that come in with 200 points say, I want to be ultimate too, and I want to maximize this pay plan, well, they got to go either sell or buy 1,300 points more of product. So 1,300 times 30% is what you're going to be paid on each one of those. So you can potentially make up to $450 if each one of those go ultimate. So you will have made, what is that, 4, 8, 12, 16, about $1,800 on 4 people going ultimate, just like you did. Things you guys want to add there?
No, I think that pretty well covers it. I think that's the most, to me, that's the only hard part about understanding this difference in the team lead bonus. From there, the comp plan is pretty simple. So,
Brent, I know you've got a lot of your team that are ultimate. You don't want to add anything there?
Yeah, I just, the getting 4, to me, there's a couple of things. One is, for all of you that's on here today, look at the possibilities. I mean, draw it up yourself, put it down on a sheet of paper, like whatever your rank is, like if you're ultimate right now, you're sitting at 30%. So Todd, to what you just said, I think it's very important when we're having these conversations amongst our team. Like, we run for ultimate because our people have seen the vision of what ultimate can be. And so if you're sitting there, you got to put the vision in front of people so they can see the earning potentials. And it's very simple. Like Todd said, if 4 people end up going ultimate, and that's $450 for you per person times 4, that's $1,800. So when people see the potential of earnings, they get excited. They run for it. They see the vision of it.
Yeah, and now this is the part that if you're new in our industry, it takes a minute to grasp. So I always like to tell people, think of your favorite franchise. I use the burrito place Chipotle as an example in some of my presentations, because there's a neat story about, if you don't have a Chipotle in your town, it's just a franchise burrito taco place. They make burritos and bowls. But if you read the story on the owner of that company, he started a burrito store and he was losing money. He had one storefront, overhead, employees, people not showing up for work, food cost, waste, all the things that every small business owner deals with. So it was hardly breaking even. And he came up with an idea. He needed more stores selling burritos. So he started a franchise. He got a second store selling burritos and a third store. Well, if you go read their story now, they're up to 3,300 storefronts selling burritos. And the owners of Chipotle has become a billionaire. They didn't change the burrito. They didn't change the meat. They didn't change how they did things. They just got more distribution points selling the same burrito. So that's what I want you to visualize as we now move into the other 8 ways we get paid. The other 8 ways we get paid work based upon the network you build out. So I want you to imagine you getting your 4, who get their 4, who get their 4, and over time, you have 500 distribution points. Think about, see, Chris has an upline too. So whether it be a Steve Swartz, a Tim Sells, whoever's in Chris's upline, when Chris made that sell to those 2 women at the bar, Chris made the most money. He made the sell. However, there were a number of people that got a small percentage of that sell. It's the same thing in a franchise. If you own the McDonald's, you'll make more at your McDonald's than the franchise will, but the franchise will get a little bit of override on it. So that's what we're trying to build. And there's 9 different ways that happens in our pay plan. So let's go ahead now and move into that first way. Flip the screen at a time or 2. Anything you want to add on the network, Chris or Brent?
I do want to add one thing, Todd, because I mentioned the retail profit. That's the first one I've gotten. Obviously, it was just different seeing it. But I think most people need to understand, and what you just pointed out about Chipotle, and that is the people that make money are the ones who build organizations. And I think that we think you have to get the world to sign up. That's the most incorrect. You just got to find those four. And it may be, you may have to go through 15 people to find four good people. But if you just got a few good people working, and this takes care of itself, and you help those teams. That's where most people fail. They don't help. They want to sign somebody up and walk away. You got to sign somebody up and get them started and help them develop till they get the skill levels they need. And that will, some people takes longer than others, but it doesn't matter. Find four and teach them to do four. And it won't ever balance, it won't be exact. But that's just important to realize that when I made the comment about my retail, I think I probably, obviously that wasn't much of my paycheck. It was just funny because I'd never seen it before. So in 9 years, that was the first one I'd had. The most important thing is the team. So I just want to make sure we're clear on that. Are you going to go to base commissions next?
Yeah,
Yes,
I got one thing to say too, if it's okay, Todd.
Please.
It's to piggyback what Chris said, because I think, Anthony, if you could move to that slide, if you could, buddy, that we just had where it's got the people. Here's the vision. I think Todd, Chris, they do so good at talking about the vision. But guys, this lady up at the top of this slide was Tim Sales. Tim Sales put a guy in, Steve Swartz, down here at the bottom that the picture is, and then Steve Swartz opened up markets around the world and is now the double founder. Like Chris said, you might have to go through 15 to find your four. But is that one person worth it? And the people that catch the vision of this would never not do network marketing, because you're going to be somewhere around. You're traveling today. You're at the beach today. You're at the lake today. Like you're coming in contact with people your entire life. To have this in your hip pocket, to be able to expose a Steve Swartz and then look up years later and see the expansion of what he's grown it to, is going to filter money back into your pocket. It is the best business model in the world. I get goosebumps, Todd, when I talk about it with this vision, because it's like, if you don't catch this vision and understand you should be patting yourself on the back for doing network marketing, like this is the best thing. I'll turn it back to you. I get tore up.
Well, Brent, Chris was a business guy and had 400 employees, so he understood leverage. You and I were football coaches. You became a principal. I wasn't smart enough to do that. I was just strictly a football coach, and we got no leverage when it comes to finances. Meaning that we're just trying to make our living, get our 3% raise year over year, get an extra degree, raise it a little bit more, and get a little better job. Maybe finally get to where you're like Coach Niblett on here today, where you can retire in one state and go coach in another state and double dip. It is, it's a battle because it's only us generating income. Once you ever understand the power of leverage and that you can make money not on your effort, it is all about your effort getting going. It's about your effort for a period of time. And as a matter of fact, you'll always pour into people because you're going to become addicted to helping other people create the same leverage and change their lives. But from a money-making standpoint, Chris Doyle and Brent Palmer woke up this morning on the first day of the new week, meaning that the new week clocked out at midnight last night and started at 12:01. And Chris Doyle and Brent Palmer and many others on this call today have already made enough money that their nut is cracked. They already can pay all of their bills. You can go out to eat. They can do fun things with their kids. They may work to make more money, but what it was needed to live a nice life was done in the first 60 seconds of the new week, much less what happens now the rest of the time. And it's because of the network. So sorry to get so long-winded there, but that is I think some people have a fear of this, and it's the greatest thing about our industry. It's what changes our lives. And it's the same thing that everybody else does. Like, look, there's not one dealer selling selling shirts. There's dealers everywhere selling shirts. There's not one Apple store. There's lots of Apple stores. You've got to have multiple distribution points selling things to create wealth. And we can do it via an app and $29 and order some product that we want. So now let's get specifically in. Before we get specifically in, I do want to mention that if you're brand new, we want you to make $3,000 your first 6 months, because if you'll make $3,000 the first 6 months, you're going to win a Utah trip. Chris will be there. I'll be there. Brent will be there. A lot of other leaders, all the owners. It'll be a lot of fun. Chris and I went on a 100-mile snowmobile trip on the last one with a bunch of people. Brent and a bunch of us went hiking in the mountains on one, but you can win yours for free, and it'll be a fun day. And you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you don't like the snow, you can sit in the lodge and wait on everybody around the fire and eat. But the second day we're there, it's going to be a master class. It'll be what we're going to do right now times 10. We're going to show you how to become a 6-figure earner in person and really create a lifestyle of your dreams. But we're going to go ahead and move in kind of a simplified master class today. And let's go ahead and move into the first way we're paid on the team growing. So we can go ahead and skip this for now. The first way we're paid on the team growing, remember, we got the team lead bonus. That's on our personal sales. But then we start building an organization. And if you're ultimate, you can build as many as 5 lines on day one. Most of us start with 2 lines. You talk with your upline. Y'all figure out the best scenario for you. This is for illustration purposes only, showing you if you have any background in our industry. We're not a binary. We get paid here on every leg of business we ever build, always in this company. In this area of pay, which is called base pay, we're paid on every leg. You'll see that as we go through this. But on this area of pay, it's called base pay. You're paid on every leg but one on Friday, the biggest one. But if you build 10 legs here over time, you're paid on 9 of the 10. The illustration you see here is really simple to understand. It shows 3 legs of business. What we call the power line has 2,000 points of product sold on it for the week. You have 2 more pay lines. One has 1,000, the other has 1,500. So it's 2,500, which is more than, if you put it all together, than your power line had. But you're paid here on every leg but the biggest. So you're paid on all 2,500 points. There's no limit. You could be paid on as much as you want on all other 9 legs, up to the 2,000 weekly cap that we have on each leg, which you'll understand here in just a second. But you'll see there, if you do 1,000 times 15% and then 1,500 times 15%, you'll see the math there ends up being, my camera's in the way. I think it's 450. So it'd be 150. I can't see the math. I'm blocked by my camera on my thing, but it's 15% of 2,500 is what you're paid. Brent and Chris, y'all want to add something there?
No, Todd, I think sometimes we try to make it too difficult. And like you said, you get paid on everything in different forms or fashion. And in the beginning, people are always trying to figure out where to place somebody. Guys, I would just always recommend start with 2 legs, just personally. Your upline can tell you the best way to do it with you. But you started getting 2 legs established, then you can branch out on other legs. And that's just the simplicity of it. And you're always going to get paid base commission on, remember that again, on all legs except the largest. And it says, calls it a power line. If you've been in another company and think about it being a company leg, that's not what this is. So it's just a different thing. So 15% of 2,500, I believe, is $750. 2,500 points.
Anything you want to add on base pay there, Brent? And then we'll go ahead and flip one time because got a little bit more to talk about on base pay. Oh, it's missing a slide. Okay, so sorry about that. I thought we had one extra slide in that PowerPoint. So just know this, I'm just going to say it without the slide, is we have the ability in our company, NewAge sets aside 3% of worldwide revenue weekly. And you can tap into that. That's what you're going to learn in the masterclass. But besides making 15% unlimited, every single leg of business that you get to do 13,000 in volume. So instead of being 1,000 PV, it would say 13,000 PV. If you multiply that times 15%, that is $2,000. So every leg you get to pay you $2,000 gets you shares in the pool. And these shares are exponential depending on how many legs you build. As a matter of fact, if you get 4 legs built, besides getting 15% unlimited on those legs, you'll also be getting about a $5,000 weekly bonus if you have 4 to 5 legs doing that every week. So I'm sorry I don't have that slide to show you today. We'll do that on a more advanced masterclass training. But just know, I just want the people here that are wanting to make big money. Our bonus pool is massive. Matter of fact, we've got some people over in France doing 7, 8 legs and getting $25,000 weekly bonuses over and above the 15% unlimited weekly, upwards of 2.5 to 3 million a year, what a few of those people over there are now making. So it's unbelievable money if you really get that thing up and motoring. And Chris and Brent, go ahead.
I'm going to talk about the most favorite part here. To me, the match pay. In the beginning, all of you are going to be collecting stuff like team lead bonus. That'll be your first paycheck here. You'll get a team lead bonus. And then you'll start seeing your base commission. My daughter, who's now been building for a little over a year, is starting to see this part. And she's like, Dad, this matching pay, she doesn't understand the compensation plan at all. She just relies on me. But she's like, I'm starting to see this stuff called match pay. And so she's now getting excited about match pay. And the reason match pay is such a critical thing and is so fair with our company, and so many companies are not. I mean, I've talked to people all the time. Guys, Todd will never tell you this, but see, he sponsored me. So every time I get paid, every time, it doesn't matter what my paycheck is on my base commission. There's no cap. Listen to this. There's no cap and there's no minimum. So if my base commission is $4,000 that week, Todd pulls a 15% bonus on above that. So his match pay. But and everybody thinks, well, that's where there's a lot of money right there. But in order for me to be making $4,000 in base commissions, I've had to sponsor a lot of people. So he's going to get 10% on everybody I sponsored. And then he's going to get 5% on everybody they sponsored. So when people say, why are you willing to help so much? Guys, yes, we love helping people. There's no question about that. But we get paid to help people build organizations. Just Fred Cooper realized how to make this part work. And you're paid this is what Todd was talking about. So if one leg is blowing up, I've got that. Dr. Ginger and Aaron Decker, my top earners, they make more than I do. So when people say this is a pyramid, I laugh. I'm like, don't tell me it's a pyramid. I got people on my team making more than me. Here's the thing. They're on my first level. They're on Todd's second level. And when you look at the size of their organization, there's no, again, listen closely, no minimum and no maximum. And companies get you that way. Because when I get my paychecks and I break it down, there might be 500 people on there that I just made $1.50 on. But that adds up over 500 people. Everybody thinks just that one big earner. It's the people below them and that organization that they built. And that's where Todd will tell you this is a big thing, and is for Brent as well. The match pay really gets exciting. And those first 3 levels is something you see where it says gold status. That's why we spend so much time saying you got to get 4. You can lock those 3 levels in, even if you don't ever build but one line. We could go into details about that, but just remember, you want to be gold. You want to get yourself to gold. And I'm going to turn it back to you and Brent on that. Every time I bring up match pay, obviously I get excited because I see so much money on this every week. And I can tell how business is going just by match pay and how much growth it's got. We're growing. This company is growing like crazy right now.
Yeah, when I look at match pay too, and Chris, you say this a lot. Like at first, obviously, it's going to be team lead bonus. It's going to be retail sales. This matching bonus is something you accumulate. He was just talking about Kristen, his daughter is starting. Amazing leader. She's starting to see this match pay accumulate. But once you're sitting here and you got an organization, match pay is really. You look at it as the health of your business, because the philosophy of network marketing is this: if you get enough people making money here, making paychecks here, you're going to get to where you want to get. And so match pay is a great example of that. So increase your match pay by increasing people in your organization's paycheck. As their paycheck increases, so does your match bonus. Chris, wouldn't you say that that's, from a philosophy standpoint of why this is so great in our comp plan? To me, it's philosophy-wise, it makes so much sense.
Well, it's where the real residual comes into play. I mean, when you start understanding that you've helped, I think you said it, or Todd may have said it, you're helping other people make money. And when you get them solidified, and there's actual algorithms and numbers, what it takes for people to be, you get people making money. And then good things happen. And I think sometimes I saw somebody in the chat said, something about their value wasn't very good. So guys, that changes. It's a real business. It takes time. And when I opened my conventional businesses, I mean, I'll go back to the Blue Jean world. I said it was 5 and 6 years before we started seeing a profit. That didn't mean the work wasn't there. And people want to join our industry and think they're supposed to be wealthy by Christmas. Guys, it takes time to develop an organization. Yes, you can make money between now and then. Yes, you can make a decent income. But if you're going to build a real residual, it's not something that happens in just a matter of weeks, and not in this company, not in a real quality compensation plan that builds residual. That's all I want you to realize. It takes time, but so does real business.
Yeah. So I just want to go back from a really simplistic standpoint. It says goal status there for generation 1, 2, and 3. Let's stay right here on this. Go forward one time, Ant, if you don't mind. So goal status for levels 1, 2, and 3, or generation 1, 2, and 3. That's getting 4 people personally sponsored on your first generation, and your first 8 weeks will make you gold status. Very easy to do. They have run for gold all the time. If somebody doesn't do it, they'll give them another chance. There's plenty of opportunities. Nobody in the company will not have the ability to go gold that wants to. Okay. So I'm gold status. I've got the first 3 generations locked. So from a simplistic standpoint, I go out and sign up Brent Palmer. Brent Palmer is a go-getter. I decide that I don't want to do this, but I did get 4 people before I made that decision. I just get busy, distracted, real life, all the different things. But Brent Palmer is a principal and coach in Florence, Alabama, and he sees the opportunity to go improve his family's future, to be able to set his kids free, do the things he wants to do, and he goes and builds. And Brent Palmer, maybe about year 4 or 5, makes $1 million in base pay. Brent Palmer makes $1 million, and I sponsored him. Although I quit, as long as I have my 100-point subscribe and save, I get 15% bonus of that $1 million. That'd be $150,000 I made on getting someone started. If you've ever been in network marketing before, I will tell you, I've been in full-time for 20 years. There's not another compensation plan in the world that would allow you to, by the way, this works, these first 3 generations work if you only have one leg. It does not matter. It is a safety net of you finding a superstar. So I quit. Brent Palmer goes and makes $1 million year 4 or 5. I get $150,000 because I brought Brent to the company. Not that year, every year he makes $1 million. But as Chris said, for Brent to make $1 million, he's had to put in some really good people. And all the 150 people that Brent put in, they may not be making $1 million, but they're making 1,000 or 500. I'm getting a 10% match there and 5% on the third. Those 3 generations work if you only have one leg. As long as you sponsored 4 people in your first 8 weeks, it's locked for life, no requalifying. There's nothing like it in our industry. Everybody on planet Earth and network marketing should join our company for this one reason, because most companies, you sign a superstar up and you don't have another leg, or you do it in the wrong code or whatever it is, and there ain't no way you're making the kind of money you'd be making here, is it?
Now, Todd, this right here is what, when our company sold to ARCs at the time, and I'm going through, I'm trying to find the tripwires, couldn't find anything. And then it's the power of the matching bonus. I mean, when I saw this, it virtually, if you get this, you will never leave this company. Why? Because you're one person away from changing your life forever. You don't know who that person is. It could be Steve Swartz riding with you on a plane to take your family on a vacation and you just happen to talk to him. It could be the next person this right here assures that if you sign up a super stud and they go build this business, you're paid for life. I mean, it's a genius approach to the compensation plan.
And Chris said it, but I'm going to repeat it because I think it's so easily missed. There's no minimum and there's no maximum. So if you sign up somebody and they make $1, you get 15 cents. If you sign up somebody and they go make $10 million lifetime earnings, you've tracked it the whole way at 15%. So you will have made 1.5 million. There's no cap. There's no breakaway. The first 3 levels, there's no second leg required. You do have to start making base commissions to open up 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's masterclass stuff. Levels 1 through 3, you unlock for life on your first 4 reps. So we want everybody to go do that. And then the last part of the pay plan we'll talk about today is called our savings account. This is in lieu of a car program or for a car program. It's really simple. When you start making your base commissions, that's that unlimited 15% on the legs. As long as you make $250 in base commission, the company will match an extra 15% into a savings account for you. As soon as we finish this, Anthony is going to go right into your back office and show you how to track your first 4, show you where your subscribe and save button is. He's going to show you where your savings account is. It'll show right up there on your home screen. You can track it from the first dollar you make in it. But you can, when it builds, that savings account builds to $10,000, you can get a phone call, congratulations, pictures made, social media post. You're going to get your first $10,000 check. But Chris, that's not the good part of Brent. The good part about the savings account is it doesn't cap to $2,000 monthly. So once you get that first $10,000 check, if you're maximizing this savings account out, you're getting an extra $2,000 check every month over and on top of your 4 or 5 regular checks you're getting every week. There's Miss Andrea Rosser, which, by the way, good. That's a good thing to pull up because Andrea will have a team of superstar women. We're men heavy today, and I apologize for that because 80% of our industry is women. But Andrea and a team of $10,000 savings bonus winner, all women will be on Sunday night on the Sunday night call that she hosts on Sunday nights. I don't know if we've got a thing. We'll put that in the chat room. Make sure you get Andrea and those people. Andrea got her savings account bonus. Congratulations, Andrea. And we want you to get yours. So it's I know that there's a number of people, Kim Gray and others, that are sitting there at like 8,500 now, just weeks away from getting a $10,000 bonus. So excited for all the people about to get that bonus.
Yeah, and this is
in lieu of a car.
Ahead.
All I was going to say was I think a lot of companies, people see these car programs, and I'm not against the car program. I was with a company that and had cars that they were furnishing. But here's the thing where this company allows you to do what you want to with the money. And I tell you what, you buy a pretty nice car for $2,000 a month. And that's what the cap is. And so, but the good news is it's not an all or nothing thing. So the savings bonus is one of our most exciting things. I think you can tell by the smile on Andrea's face right there. The $10,000 bonus check that she just got. I still ain't convinced that her flights were canceled in Costa Rica. I just think she got her savings bonus and decided to stay in Costa Rica a few extra days. What I think.
I ain't going back to Florence, Alabama. I got $10,000 extra this week.
Yeah, and I'm just going to stay in Costa Rica. So, Andrea, can you tell us about your tomorrow night?
I'm sending it. I'm sending it right now to Anthony. Hopefully, we can get it posted. Yeah, she's got a slew of people on. I don't know if Andrea.
She's with us.
She's on. Okay, she's with us right now.
I saw her name, Andrea. Unmute yourself and tell us about tomorrow night. So I thought she was.
Okay, it wouldn't let me unmute. So Can you all hear me?
We
We
can.
can hear you.
Okay, so I did get stuck there, and I'm out gardening, so I'm a drowned rat. But I did get stuck. But and the only reason we know that is because I didn't find out about the bonus until the next day. But I might have stayed a little bit longer if I had known. But yeah, that was amazing. We're gonna have a phenomenal call tomorrow night. We've got Allison Beeler, which I cannot wait to learn from. She's only been a part of the company for a very short amount of time, since November, so not even a year here, and she has already created a ton. And so she's going to be interviewed. And then I have some of these lovely ladies, or all the lovely ladies on here. We've got Ashley Paulson, Robin DeMio, almost called her Robin Vance, Dr. Crystal Vance, and Tammy Melchizedek. And we're going to be talking about just the power of these events, and, you know, kind of what it took to get there, and why you want to get to, you know, Utah and Tahiti and all of that going up.
So it's going to be, I can't wait to see it. That is a powerhouse group there. I'm looking at the $10,000 check winners in there. I saw Dr. Crystal's picture on her $10,000 check not very long ago. So fun times. And we're going to end up, we're only going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. And then what we can do, Chris, is next week we can do an intense, really big back office / app / shop live training. But we'll take 5 minutes. We'll go 5 minutes over today. And Ant's just going to go into the X office real quick and they got some new features in there that show you. Remember, this whole thing starts with 4. So he's going into a new person's X office as we speak. He's going to show you what that looks like now. So if you're brand new, you're going to see on a tracker exactly when somebody signs up. You'll see when they turn their subscribe and save on or off. Some really neat features in there for you to track things now. And if you're an older person in the company, you're not going to see this except in a new person's office, some of these things.
All righty, so let me share my screen over here. And then let's see right here. Okay. So
Ant did not make the Costa Rica trip by barely. So every time he's on a Zoom, he's got Tahiti in his background. He has never missed another vacation again in this company. There are 3 vacations a year you can win, by the way.
And so pretty much everybody, if you just go to office, it's 2 different ways. If you're on your app, you can actually go in straight to your back office from your app. But if you're on your computer, all you have to do is go to office.newage.com. That'll be step 1. And matter of fact, I'll just do it I don't know this person's password by heart, so I just leave it like this. But when you log in, you'll come to your back office page. It'll show you how close you are to your lifetime earnings to hit the titles. But one of the first things you want to help a new person do is get them on subscribe and save. And that is how they can be commission eligible. They just talked about how important having a subscribe and save is on. So once you log in, all you do is right here at the top. It's the second little tab on the left-hand side. It says subscription manager. If you click right here, you go in here and you can pretty much set up a new subscription. So you set up this new subscription, you click on it. You click on the purple box and it'll load up. And you just find a 100-point pack of whatever it is that they want as it's loading here. And then you also can search for whatever product you want. So if I want this person to have renew for a subscription, I could type in renew, scroll down to find something that's 100 points. Maybe 2 packs of renew is 118 volume points. That'll be enough. I can hit add. And as you scroll down, you'll see when you scroll down, whatever you selected, it'll be right here. If you don't like it, you can remove it. You click the wrong thing, you can remove it. You can name it. Maybe you say, hey, this is my renew subscription, or maybe you want to name it something else that you want, Moa subscription, Moa and renew, you name it, whatever you want. You put the shipping address in here, and then you pick which week that you want it. Of course, I would have to, well, let's just see, renew. Let me just put some in here. And then let's just say Dallas. and you put the zip code. Once you hit continue, or it'll change it. The zip code always change it. And then you pick which subscription rate. This is important. You want to make sure it's 4 weeks out from the week that they order. So if they order today, make sure it's just 4 Saturdays, or maybe they order on Monday or Tuesday. Make sure it's 4 Saturdays from the one that's coming up, not only from the one that passed. So if they order Monday, so just make sure it's 4 weeks from this past Saturday. So like, let's say for instance, they ordered this Monday coming up, make sure it's 4 Saturdays from today that they'll ship. And then you just put this in, and then you could put the new card information here, or you do PayPal, or you can do, or if they got a card already on file, you hit continue. I got to select one. Then you hit continue, and then you just pretty much confirm and complete. And it's that simple, you guys. And now this person will be commission eligible, but they haven't chose what they wanted just yet. And another cool feature, everybody, that they added was our replicated websites. We all have them. So normally, if you do this, if you go to NewAge.com and you go /, if you put your ID number, so like if I was to put my ID number, it would take me to my normal my personal replicated website. But now they give you the option where you can edit that, you guys. And back in your back office, if you scroll down on the left-hand side again, and you scroll down to settings. So scroll down on the left-hand side and look for settings. It will pop up this. And you'll get your profile. And then also you can put right here under username. And you can go to edit username. And you can put whatever you want. So if I wanted to put, mine's probably already taken because I already put it on mine, but let's just say we want. If I just wanted to do it just like that. Now I have a replicated website that'll be right here that I can share with people. So if somebody wants to just go on there and shop on Renew like they would off Amazon or any other of those great sites online, all you have to do is just go in there, and now I can send them newage.com /AntMoreland1, and the person could go on there and shop, and they can order whatever they want. And so that's a great feature that you can put around different places. You can put that as your personal website. You can make a QR code with it. You can do a lot of great things and put it all over the place where people can go on there and just shop anytime. I know a lot of people love doing the shows that they go and present the products, and you want to just put your website out there. This is a great feature that you can add to that. And now that's pretty much the 2 little options I wanted to show y'all, Todd, today. And then now Brent wants to share about a call coming up this week.
Yeah, everybody, I know we're about out of time, but I wanted to share this, Chris and Todd. Christine McKay has a special call. Maybe screen capture this. I'll also put it in NewAge Nation and send it out through Telegram and where everybody knows. But this coming Friday, there's going to be a special call for the people that have qualified for the Power One. And obviously this the Power One. If you don't know what the Power One is, reach out to your upline and ask. But this Friday, there's going to be a special call with some special announcements from Christine McKay. So get the word out. Get the word out to your team. Spread the word. That's this Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time Zone. I'm sorry, 11 a.m. Central Time Zone. So thanks, Anthony, for putting that up there.
Guys.
Well, Chris, I know you're ready to go. You're ready to go cruise the river.
I've been ready. I've been having to mute myself on and off because all the boats are cranking up. So I'm hearing all these engines start up without us. My granddaughter's already hollering, "Pop, where we going?" So, I think that the last thing we want to finish with is, guys, plug in and realize you're at a special time. We didn't say anything about the convention in Orlando. Guys, if you're not coming to Orlando, you're not serious about the business. I'm too blunt, I guess. But I wouldn't be here on this boat had it not been for an event 20 years ago that Todd Rowland talked me into going to. And I know Brent's as big on events as I am. Guys, really look, we still got time. We're just there. I mean, it's still not till the end of August. Guys, you want to be there. I got my stuff booked this week, and there's just going to be, I think this may be an event that may be one that we'll remember for a long time, because I know there's going to be a lot of announcements. But not only that, I think it's going to take with all that's going on. I just think the company's about to go into momentum, and you really want to be there. So, guys, thanks. I think next week we always have these plans of things we want to get on here that we always get either long-winded or we get detailed on something else. We think about all the information we want to share, that we don't all get it done. So, Coach Palmer, Coach Rowland, thank you for being with us today. Anthony, I always thank you. I don't know what we do without you running the backgrounds and taking care of things, but they're showing the event right there, Dare to Dream. So a lot of good things happening.
I think take 20 seconds and just the power of one is, if you're brand new, you sponsor one new brand partner with at least 200 points and turn on subscribe and save on, you're going to get the discounted rate, which is going to drop your ticket price from $149 down to $99. And you're going to get a cocktail dinner with the owners on that Friday night. We should absolutely make this company pay $1 million for that cocktail dinner. They put it out there. We need 10,000 winners eating steak with the owners. This is the easiest, most winnable contest I've ever seen, and we need everybody to win it. My name's on the list. Chris's name's on the list. Brent's name's on the list.
And Coach, the deadline's this Thursday. So get your Power One done. Like, get it done this weekend. Get it done this week. The deadline's June the 30th. And then we'll have a call July the 1st with Christine McKay with all the qualifiers for the Power One. So it's going to be an exciting week. We got a lot of good stuff, a lot of fun things going on right now.
Hey, you know what? There's a lot of people that's already won this and didn't even know what they won. That's the funny part. They didn't even know they got it. So, guys, have a great Saturday. Enjoy your day. See you back next week. We will do some detail work. And what I mean by that is, we're really going to go and delve into the app a little bit more. And we're going to do that next Saturday. It is getting a little warm here, by the way, sitting outside. So we got to get some wind going. So y'all have a great Saturday. We appreciate you.
See the Superstar Women tomorrow night with Andrea, Sunday night. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
See you guys. Grateful for you. Love you guys.
Grateful
Thank
for y'all.
you.
Very much.
I'm excited. Nigeria.
Thank you. Great call.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Todd, I'm posting. I tagged
Thank
you.
you.
Come on.